So I just wanted to start off by saying thank you to all of you for coming out tonight to support and celebrate Darren and Maria. When I look around the room, I see a lot of people that are here for them and through the hard times and their best times, and it's a beautiful thing for you guys that you have this many people that are there for you to support you. Next, I would like to preface my speech by saying that I'm going to try my best not to cry. But if any of you know me, I'm definitely going to be crying by the end of this speech. Hopefully I'll be laughing though too. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Delaney Jensen, and I have been best friends with Maria since our end of sophomore year of high school. When I was asked to be Maria's maid of honor, I immediately started to write this speech. There's so much to say, so if you're not already, get comfortable, grab a drink, and just kick back for a great story. Maria moved to Wayne and began attending school with me when we were in the 5th grade. I first knew Maria as the new girl who always wore pink sweatpants, a big sweatshirt, and flip-flops to school.
That's still her.
And her dad was the superintendent, so that made her easy to know. As the years went by, Maria and I attended school and eventually church youth group together. Though we didn't become friends until late in high school, all great things take time, and well, you are one of the greatest people life has given me. Sorry, it's already starting. To quote one of my favorite shows, friendship isn't one big thing, it's a million little things, and I'm so glad I've been able to share that with you. We started to hang out, and soon enough she became my person, the one I told everything to, the one who spent countless nights at my house, the person who danced it out in my living room with me, listened to my late night talks that lasted for hours, cry sessions that we had in her car, my secret keeper, eventually my college roommate, my date buddy, my car jam session partner, and overall, my best friend. We even grew so close as to have the same crush in high school, which was odd because we couldn't have been more different in the dating department. We had very different tastes, and out of 83 students in our class, we liked the same guy. Though we both are going to be married to farmers in the end, so maybe we aren't so different after all. Anyway, moving into our junior year of high school, we had decided that when we went to college, we would live together. Senior year was nothing short of a challenge for our friendship as I moved away, but we remained very close and saw each other almost every weekend. In the fall of 2017, we moved into our dorm at Northeast Community College in Norfolk with 2 other girls that were randomly selected roommates. And boy, did we have the best adventures. We stayed up too late, took frequent naps, ate junk food, pulled tricks on MJ while she showered, drove around Norfolk and Lindsay's Monte Carlo with the windows down and the song Horses blaring. We hung out with all of our high school guy friends, made new friends, talked to a few too many boys, attended sporting events, binged scary movies, spent sick days on the couch while taking turns spraying disinfectant in each other's general direction, or if you're Maria, straight onto your bed. And so much more. Oh, and don't worry, Mom and Lisa, we definitely did homework too. We like to say that we peaked our freshman year of college because we often reminisce and just want to go back. Somewhere along the way, we all met Darren. Woo! Everyone at Northeast loves to eat at the Calf for supper, right? So we were frequently there, and one night we happened to come at just the right or maybe the wrong time. I'll let you guys decide after you hear the story. So we sat down at this huge round table, 2 tables away from Darren and his friends. And once we sat down to eat, we heard 2 guys obnoxiously screaming, "You bet!" and "Yup!"
You bet! Yup.
Back and forth from their seats right next to each other. This caused everyone in the cafeteria to turn and watch as these guys enjoyed their exchange of yells. Yep, you guessed it. It was the infamous duo of Darren Carroll and Cole Walters. Now, I won't say that in that moment Maria fell in love because we exchanged words And I'm pretty sure hers were along the lines of, "What is that idiot screaming about?" And continued to laugh as we ate our dinner. As Darren was, Yes. I will say, however, Darren walked past our table as he went to dump his tray and used one of his most common pickup lines, "You guys want to hang out sometime?" And sorry, I keep getting lost. As we all just laughed it off and kept eating. Secretly, Maria was thinking about how cute this guy was. Fast forward a couple more times of him screaming in the calf and making passes at Maria, and somehow they found each other through social media. They began talking and eventually fell for each other. I remember nights of Maria leaving and coming back to tell me how sweet he was, and coming into our room with the biggest smile on her face. It finally came time that Darren came to our room, and if you haven't caught the drift yet, I'm very protective of Maria. So he had to pass the test with me, otherwise it wasn't going to work out. Well, we are here today, so obviously must have gone well, Darren. I will never forget the way that Maria fell for Darren and the way that he fell for her. They began to spend a lot of time together at our dorm and at his. Darren asked Maria to be his girlfriend on January 10th of 2018.
8:05 p.m.
I'll never forget the shriek of excitement she gave when she told me the news. We laid in our beds that night and talked until we fell asleep. From then on, he has become one of the greatest things to happen to her. On May 11th, 2019, we all graduated from Northeast with big aspirations. After college, Darren and Maria went their separate ways as he accepted a position back home and Maria found a job in Wayne. On July 4th, 2020, Darren asked Maria to be his wife. The both of them did long distance for over 2 years, and during this time, they have learned to love and trust each other in a way not many people experience. I know that they are both very excited to finally be able to see one another every day and create a home wherever they are together. Darren, thank you so much for being the man that Maria dreamed of meeting someday. I know sometimes she's not always so easy to handle, but she has this thing about her that makes her so easy to love. Maria, thank you for being the best friend that God could have given me and for letting me stand by you today. I love you both so very much, and I can't wait to see what other exciting things happen in your life together. Everyone, please raise your glasses to the new Mr. and Mrs. Carroll, to Darren and Maria.
Man, I don't know how I'm going to follow that one, but all I got to say is I was too drunk to taste that chicken. Hi, I'm Cole Walters, the best man of Darren Carroll. I met Darren in college a few years ago, and let me tell you, I never thought we'd be as close as we are today. He gave off a rough and tough vibe, like he has some point to prove. After hanging out with him a few times, I started thinking, man, this kid's fun to be with. Pretty soon, Darren and I became inseparable. Anywhere I went, he went. Sorry, I got lost.
Good thing I'm not following him now.
On the weekend, you can find us farming on Farming Simulator or looking at the toys in Baumgars. We even took a 2-hour trip to Atlantic, Iowa, our sophomore year of college, to see a 2 million bushel steel grain bin. It was our fun trip before we left each other. Darren's like a brother to me, and the first time I finally figured it out was when we got mad at each other and Darren left the room. I didn't know where he went, but man, I felt bad. It was definitely a fight like I'd have with my brother. I called him several times and he wouldn't answer. Finally he did, and we talked about it and actually met up, and it got pretty sappy after that, like brothers would, making up. Now, when Darren seen Maria for the first time, he kept going on and on about this beautiful dark-haired girl in the cafeteria. And he wanted to talk to her so bad, but didn't have the guts to do it. So finally, I had told him that Danielle knew who she was, which Danielle's my wife. And Danielle knew her because of Delaney, and the rest of that's history after that. Darren is crazy about Maria. and I know Maria is crazy about him. And I wish the best of luck as they walk as man and wife now. Don't forget about the little things in life, like ice cream dates and movie nights. Help each other grow and keep track of every little thing you do, and don't lose sight of what's important, and that's the love you two have for each other. So I propose a toast to Darren and Maria, that they may grow together day by day. Cheers.